Hey, this is Mike O'Mara, and this episode is brought to you by Hulu Plus. With Hulu Plus, you get total control to watch thousands of shows wherever you want, whenever you want. Binge on full seasons and watch your favorite current shows like Community, South Park, Saturday Night Live, and more. Right now, my listeners can get an extended free trial of Hulu Plus by going to huluplus.com/Mike. That's huluplus.com/Mike.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeOMaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let me tell you something about myself.
Yes.
I love the English language.
How's that?
I love the English language.
As a matter of fact, that's what you studied in many years of school, isn't it?
Well, there are times, Rob, where I will sit there and read articles about English usage when I could have went to the store.
You know what? And the thing is with the computers nowadays, you can learn about English on accident or for free.
Absolutely. And really, when I was in school, I got an A in many of my English classes, and that ain't no big deal.
See, you guys are joking, but it terrifies me.
I know it's territory you don't want to go to.
No, Oscar talks good.
So true, though.
I bring this up because BuzzFeed posted a list of sayings people use on a daily basis, even though most of us have no idea where they came from. And some of the original meanings might surprise you.
Oh, is this the setup?
Here are the top 6.
Here we go.
All right.
Beating around the bush.
All right. That's nothing to do with our presidents.
No? Do you know what it is?
That's skirting the issue.
Well, I mean, I know what the real meaning is. I know you're beating around. Stop beating around the bush, you moron. That's, of course, what it is. I'm talking about the real original meaning.
No, I don't know.
In hunting, it's sometimes necessary to beat or stomp on the underbrush to scare the animals out. I've seen that.
We know that.
We've seen that before on the hunting shows, which I watch religiously.
Yeah, Jim Fowler. But
I'm watching the Ted Nugent channel as we speak.
But that seems like an odd transition that would be getting things started as opposed to delaying the inevitable.
Well, the term originally describing an unwilling hunter who would beat around the bush but not actually kill anything.
I see. And so it's not, and it's not sexual. Bush.
Okay. Going balls to the wall.
Oh, I don't want to know what that's about.
That means you're pushing yourself to the limit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
or you're visiting a bathroom.
Oscar, you want,
Oh, it's an adult
Mike
video.
went balls to the wall right before the show.
Oh, God.
For the second time today.
You know what? You couldn't be any prouder than if you had sex 3 times.
At this point, I would do Greek yogurt commercials for free.
Yeah. You would do Greek yogurt commercials free, not for free.
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 Okay, since we're speaking about the
Yeah, we
English
must
language.
keep it proper.
Okay, well, take this one for free. Lick it. That means you're pushing yourself to the
Not
limit.
after 2 times.
And it's not a dirty saying. It's an old term used in aviation.
Really?
Okay. The top of the levers that control the throttle and fuel mixtures were both shaped like a ball, and if you pushed both of those forward toward the front wall of the cockpit, it made the plane go faster. So it's nothing dirty at all. It was the ball handle going toward the wall.
That is so much cooler now.
Isn't it neat?
But you know what? You've
Very
talked
cool.
to pilots before. You know they think it's dirty.
Sure.
Yeah.
Biting the bullet. That means to face up to something. Bite the bullet. Just deal with it.
Well, you bite a bullet to kill pain, right?
Well, you got Rob Spiewak.
This one I knew.
Before anesthetics were used, injured soldiers would literally bite down on a bullet to help get through the pain of an amputation. Getting someone's goat. Do you know that one?
Oh, I've never actually heard that.
No, I did it once at the Capitol
Rob, you
Center,
try to
though.
get our goat every day. Oscar does. Oscar tries
William
to get our goat.
Stillwell?
Goat.
Not the same
In my house, it was el burro.
It's originally a horse racing term.
Oh, okay.
Nervous horses sometimes calm down if you put a goat in their stall with them. That's my favorite so
That
far.
is. I know, there's also you do the same thing with a dog. A dog
Right.
will calm down a horse.
Sometimes rival owners would steal the goat so the horse would freak out overnight and lose the race.
I think that's a euphemism. I'm going to steal the goat.
Somebody stole Orb's goat. Making the grade. It actually doesn't have anything to do with school. It's an old 19th century railroad term, and grade is short for gradient, which means an incline. Engineers had to make sure trains wouldn't encounter any inclines that were too steep, and if you made the grade, you were within the safety limits.
That's cool.
And passing the buck. In this case, buck does not mean currency. The phrase comes from an old English card game where a jackknife or buck was passed from player to player to indicate whose turn it was.
That's fascinating. I had no idea.
And now this is the one that was on BuzzFeed. I did a little bit more research.
Okay,
Oh,
so
really?
Oh, okay,
Came up with because really, this would be fine, but I thought it'd be a good idea to have some of our own.
So
here.
we move
Can't wait.
further. Yeah.
Yes, rimming the cockle.
Rimming.
What?
That's Dutch, isn't it?
No, it's a culinary term used in 19th century England.
Nice.
Rimming
That's all
the
I
cockle.
got. Going ass down in the dinghy.
Oh, that sounds painful.
That's saying something you wish you hadn't.
Yes.
Happens in my... Well, there goes Nana. She went ass down. She went ass down in the dinghy.
Did
again.
anyone go ass down in the dinghy at the wedding, at the baby shower?
Oh, there were about 3 women ass down in the dinghy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Plucking the triangle.
Oh.
That's a hunting term used while hunting grouse.
Now, I do know that was a less popular term in the 1970s.
For example, if you wanted in a sentence,
Please.
Phil...
And, Mike, I think I'm going to require it. From now on, after every phrase, I'd like it used in a sentence in context.
For example, Phil got to bed early last night, so it's a pretty good chance he'll be plucking the triangle today.
What's grouse?
It's a bird.
Sorry.
It's a fowl of some kind.
Yeah, that was not as foul as that
You
comment.
might have heard of this one, slurping the grease vessel.
Slurping the grease vessel.
That's a culinary term used in 19th century England.
Can you use it?
That's all I got.
Can you use it in a sentence?
No.
Really?
Thank you.
I was going to require that.
Chafed and oiled.
Chafed and oiled.
That means you're dressed and ready for the cotillion.
Okay, well, use that in a sentence.
Let me see. Bucky was chafed and oiled and ready for Margaret to come down the stairs.
He loved Margaret. She liked to bone.
Dialed and bubbly.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's too smart. You're always dialed and bubbly.
Really?
Too smart for your own good.
Oh, yes, of course.
A snort and a tumble for mum.
That sounds British.
That's your mother's a whore and she just banged the constable.
Wow. Say it again.
A snort and a tumble for mum.
Yeah, of course. Now I remember.
And putting the big finger in the goose willy mount. That is another culinary term from 19th century.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Right this way, Mr. Sullivan. Okay, they're called The Doors, and they've got the #1 single in the country right now, Light Your Fire.
Light Your Fire, is that better?
Yes. Now, they're not your usual group, but I think they're going to fit in just fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Boys, meet Mr. Sullivan.
Right, fellas, just wait. I heard your record. Light that fire.
Light your fire.
Like that, just
Light
good,
my fire.
Great, fine. Just really, really fine. Just
The guys at Network have told us that they have a little problem with one of your lyrics, the lyric, girl, we couldn't get much higher. See, because you can't say higher on Network, so they asked if you could say instead, girl, we can't get much better. Can you dig that?
How about, girl, you couldn't bite my wire?
I don't think standards and practices would.
And fellas, why don't you have a nice big smile on your face when you get out there? There's no point being sullen. You know what I mean? Well, just do it.
Kind of a sullen group, Ed.
Well? Oh, come on, John. Just a word, Jim. Stones changed when they played here.
Yeah. Why don't you change your name to, Sydney or Irving, Manzarek? It's just a word. Hey, man.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Mike.
We are live from Studio 1K in the Piperplex Broadcast Center. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Downloaded worldwide 18 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM, WTNT, in Washington, D.C., home of the Tea Party Show.
That's great.
Jesus. Yeah, really, safe home to Andy Parks, who was... right-wing whack job, but he was our right-wing
He was
whack job.
You know what? He was always cordial.
Yeah, and I haven't heard the replacement for Andy. Has anybody gotten a chance to?
Not up yet.
Nobody. Oh, it's not up yet?
No, he's not up yet.
What are they running now?
To be honest with you, I listened this morning, and they're not promoting anything.
I asked for the time slot,
I know.
So, hey, we're here.
What I understand
We're queer. We're not going skiing.
Until the Tea Party shows up, they're running Best of Stern.
I'd love to do that. It's actually the old Liddy show.
Oh, the classic Liddy, like the John Pop Liddy or the Travis?
How about you, John?
There's so many eras of Liddy that I enjoy. I think it would be best if they ran the Travis era.
We are also heard on the mighty 1630 KCGG in Iowa. You won't get any older, and you won't ever die.
Yeah, he would be good in Afternoon Drive on TNT.
Yes, it's WTNT. And now here's Wilford Brimley.
The Brimley Factor.
Our show is brought to you by our Amazon page. They got all sorts of things on there. I bet you could go on the Amazon page and cure your diabetes.
Do they sell oats?
You got oats, all supplies for your horse.
Yeah.
But really what they want to talk about is your graduation headquarters.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever graduate, Wilford?
Never did.
No, never did.
Had a one-room schoolhouse.
Hey, you know what fact I always like to bring up when we talk to Wilford?
Yeah, okay,
Brimley?
here we go. Lay it on me, Rob, now that I'm older than he was when he made Cocoon.
Yeah. Mike O'Mara is now older than Wilford Brimley was in the movie Cocoon.
You look better than him. Though.
Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
And you won't ever die.
And you won't ever die.
Cocoon 1 or 2, which was your favorite to
Oh,
make?
the original, the second one was horrible because the second one relied on the lack of talent of Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah, he's my least favorite Gutenberg.
But you know what? Was that Raquel Welch's daughter in that movie? Tawny Welch?
Let me see.
I think it was.
I think that was his daughter that played the sexy alien, and she was
Bob. Yeah, she was Bob.
I had some strange feelings as a little kid just watching that movie with my parents.
I had some strange feelings when I saw Hume Cronin.
Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy.
Yeah, they liked them both.
Donna, and they're all gone now. Hume Cronin gone. Donna Michi gone.
Well, they were old then.
Jessica Tandy gone. It's an old movie.
Yeah.
If you watch this, I could do a 4-hour show on movies and how they make me feel, because I look at that and I go, man, I remember sitting in a theater watching that. It's just even Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's so dated now.
Do you remember that Don Amici did his own somersault and he was like 80 years old? He didn't use a stuntman. He was great in that.
In the dance segment when they go to the ballroom.
No, this is in the pool. He's a stunt double for the breakdance.
Oh, okay. The pool was cool too. But anyway, I digress.
And you have it right, Mike. It was her daughter.
Tawny Welch, Raquel Welch's daughter.
Rockin' Box.
But Amazon, this is the time of year we really want you to focus on going to Amazon. I have to get a graduation present for my daughter. Already got it figured out, but
Attaboy.
I'm saying I have to get a little something. Maybe a little some opener for her. And so Amazon is, with Father's Day and graduations, that's really a great source for you to get these gifts. And we'd love you to have your April, as Mark informed me, was okay. Your
Try a little harder.
Your participation in April on Amazon for the Mike O'Mara Show was a big bowl of okay. I blame that on us. We have had massive server issues.
Sure.
And now we've got them fixed, Pony Boy. Is that correct? We've got them fixed?
Yeah, we're good now.
We are good.
I'm filled with confidence.
Yes,
We
of
are
course.
good.
Yeah, look how smiley he is.
No, you know what I look? I look at him, and then I look at him. I look at Pony Boy, and then I look at Ronick, and Ronick's doing the chin.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the chin rub.
The reason why is I'm a little distracted. I pulled up a picture, of
Of Tawny Welch?
Yeah, look at this.
Is that Tawny Welch?
Yes.
What a beautiful
Do you mind
girl.
turning it over here?
Yeah,
What
let's
a
see.
beautiful
Oh,
girl.
jeez.
What a great butt.
Look at her.
Great, terrific
Yeah,
butt.
takes after her mom.
We'll put that up on our new server.
Excellent.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's Amazon today, every day. Save money, support the show. Click Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and bookmark it.
Let me tell you something about Amazon that we don't mention enough is how fast it is. A listener sent me a recommendation for a movie last Wednesday.
Yeah.
I looked on Amazon. I had it in my hands on Friday.
Yeah, it's very
3
cool.
clicks. They just turn it around and they send it to you.
I-
And all of a sudden, I'm watching George Siegel.
You know, I can see how you get addicted to it, but I love it because really, when you see something, even if it's a small Amazon item that you don't, not a big deal, it's still like Christmas.
Of
They
course.
bring you a package and you get to open it.
We've
And I
got
think that's a lot.
microphones, everything on
It's a
it.
whole bunch of fun. So
The
we
best.
thank you in advance. Our dentist. You know we have the same dentist.
Yes.
I
still think that's strange.
Yes. Rob and I have the same dentist. Buzz has the same dentist.
Well, it was
and,
everybody at WJFK.
Right.
I
And
think
so,
even Miss Bobby went in for an occasional sharpening.
right. And to her fangs, her incisors.
I'm kidding, of course.
So I've got an issue. I go down and I get me a crown yesterday. And I'd had a little pain on this tooth.
Oh, I thought you meant a hat.
No, not.
And so he puts the crown on, and he's great. You know he's great at numbing you up, right?
Oh, the best.
He numbs you up seriously. I walk out,
Oh,
and I was
extra.
making him laugh because I said, I cannot feel my left arm when I walked out of the office.
It's half him and also his assistant who distracts you when the first needle goes in.
Yeah, now he has one that's been there. Oh God, I'm so embarrassed because I know there's Tammy at the front desk.
Yes, of course.
Who's just pure sexy energy.
Tammy Faye?
She's just no.
I went with
she's just hi with that direct eye contact that
Yeah.
makes you just.
I was in with Robert last week, and we were sitting in the room lobby with her, and I just wanted Robert to go play.
Yeah,
I said, yeah.
because I'm sure you do what I do. You perform,
Of course.
From the minute you walk in the door, you probably have an opening line.
Yep.
Like I do.
Of course.
Mine is usually concerning the elevator.
Yeah, oh, mine is always about my masculine package.
Wow, do I have a penis?
Bunch of pervs.
Hey,
Greetings.
Could you look at this? You're going to need to put the lead apron on me today.
I hope you can help me here because I'm blocking on the assistant.
I am too.
We have. Oh God damn it, Rob.
Carrie will know. Let me call
Maybe
Carrie.
she's not that memorable.
She is memorable.
Oh,
she's
she's hot.
lovely.
And then you would have remembered.
And I should be. God damn it! This is when I really because he's just like me. La 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 la. What's your name? I don't remember.
Well, it's
la,
not
la,
the
la,
hot
la, la.
one, so you don't remember.
You know that's.
No, it
you
is
know.
the hot one.
There it is.
Why should he remember the name? Why should he help me and remember
Perhaps
the
the
name?
same reason you don't remember the name.
Well, I was there yesterday, but I had a different person. That's why I don't remember the name.
How many shots did you get of Novocaine?
So he gives me the Novocaine, and I get a crown. I had a temporary crown, and I was feeling this pain, and they said it's normal. You know, when you get a crown, when you get the permanent crown on, everything's fine. Everything works out well. Get the Novocaine. I'm really numbed up, and I'm completely cool with the fact that the crown feels good and it's comfortable, and then I'm getting a little, yeah, and then a little, yeah, and I'm like, oh, man, what's the deal? That I shouldn't be feeling that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
shouldn't
you
be
can't
feeling
be
that.
feeling that at that point.
Imagine my depression when the Novocaine wore off. It's another tooth. It's the tooth right in front of the one they put the crown on. And now here, there are two things at play here. I'm thinking maybe the whole time that I told them it was the back tooth, it was it was the one in front of it.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't think I would have two teeth. You know, my teeth are not falling out of my head. I have pretty good teeth. No, I really don't. My teeth are horrible.
Have you ever had a root canal?
I'm like John Adams. I'm like John Adams.
Wooden teeth?
Yes. What, is she talking? Just a name. Carrie, just a name.
Carrie, I got to go. We're on the air.
He's talking to his wife like he's not on the air.
Well, no, it's not me talking. I hope you saw what was going on.
What's the name?
She doesn't know.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I know.
Jesus.
But she had plenty to say.
You've got how many years? You go there like every 3 weeks.
Why do I go there? You see, that is an accusation that is unfounded.
Your wife goes?
Yes.
Your daughter goes?
My son goes, and
Your
we all
son
go
goes,
every
and
6
you
months,
go.
and we go on the same day.
I am the only one in my family. I am the only one in my family that goes.
Yeah, but
He's
still,
got a point
the
there,
fact
Rob.
remains. The fact remains. You don't know the name either, so it's a tie.
God damn it! Yeah, but it's a tie that I win.
Do you want me to call? What's her name?
Yeah, call Tammy.
Call her and
Call
find out.
Tammy right now.
I say it's a Rachel.
It's not
I
a
really,
Rachel.
and now everybody's going to know.
True.
Yeah, you
Well,
know
they're
what?
gonna know anyway.
Yeah, that's going to get back to them.
We'll call
Yeah.
Natasha,
That
or
you-
whatever her name is, the assistant. That I always say hi.
Why do we remember Natasha?
Because I'm calling for Mr. O'Mara.
It's all about the name.
Yeah, as long as they're attractive.
No, but the other one is just as attractive.
Yeah, she is really hot.
Is she not personable?
Oh my, she's phenomenal.
Does she not flirt with you?
No, stop it. You're making it so much. You are making it so much
Hey,
worse, Oscar.
I didn't bring it up.
I know you didn't. All I wanted to talk about was the fact that as the Novocaine is wearing off, and I'm grinding a little bit, and I'm going, oh my God. And then I realize it's so depressing because I realize I've either told them that it's the wrong tooth,
Yes.
or I as soon as this one tooth was fixed, I've got to get the other tooth fixed.
Oh, it's like
And I'm really bummed about that.
that's
blame
probably
you.
not the first time it's happened because think about it this
All right,
way.
hold on. He called the office. How did you handle it?
Natasha says hi.
Okay.
I said hi. It's Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara's assistant,
Yes.
and it's Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie, of course, it's Debbie.
Debbie does this thing where
Dallas.
as the
No,
needle
no.
as the needle is being put in your gum to put the Novocaine in,
Right.
she rubs your arm.
And isn't it sort of like a rub tap, rub
Yeah,
rub
it's
tap?
kinda-
Yeah.
It's like pat 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 pat, and
It's
I've
great.
tried for years to say lower.
I'm not
Lower.
distracted yet.
Lower,
Well,
please.
Maybe you were so distracted that's how you got the wrong tooth with the wrong crown.
All I know is I'm paranoid enough I'm going to ask the question when I go in tomorrow. I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, hey, by the way, that was the bad tooth, right? That you crowned.
Oh,
and
you
you're
could
not-
have one hell of a lawsuit. You could run him out of business.
No, I could not. Of course, he's a perfect dentist. He's a great dentist.
he also-
Maybe the best dentist.
Yeah, he's good.
He would
Let's
tap
not
on
go
it.
crazy.
He would
okay?
tap
Let's
on
not
it,
say the
right?
best dentist. The best. You've always thought that everybody that you go to for a doctor is that you sent me to that dermatologist who seriously ought to be in prison.
I'm so glad I came in
That
today.
guy in McLean that you sent me to.
You asked
Way
for
back.
a guy. You asked for a guy.
You
I
said
gave
he
a
was the
guy.
best. He was not the best. He
Well,
wasn't even remotely close.
Everything's
to the best.
amazing to
Well,
Rob.
no, don't even start with that. Jesus Christ.
So I'm going back.
You know
tomorrow.
how amazing it's going to be when we switch our server? It's going to be amazing.
Oh.
Special and amazing.
Oh, God.
How long have we been hearing that song, Oscar?
So the ultimate thing is I'm in pain today. I'm in a lot of pain. Like if I go,
Oh, don't do that!
I heard that. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I just want to get rid of it, and I had a choice of going today or tomorrow. I chose tomorrow because I'm just exhausted.
Now I have a filling that goes in. I know you're taxed. I have a filling going in next week. How is a filling different from a crown?
The crown is the filling. They put a crown on if they're going to fill it once, and then there's just not enough tooth left.
Oh, it's like a fake tooth.
Like I've got so much filling in there that it's a fake tooth.
And all of your fillings are still silver, right?
It's I have silver fillings.
You don't. You haven't had no place?
I have. I mean, I think maybe there are a couple in there. I had a lot of fillings in my life. And then he goes. Well, we'll just put a crown on that. And what they do is they drill like the tooth down to a little nub,
right?
And then they just stick the crown on top. That's a crown. People know what a crown is.
I didn't.
It's a crown.
I've never had one.
You've never had a crown?
No.
Nor have I.
I'm young.
You've never had?
No.
It's not a question of youth. I had my first crown when I was younger than you.
It is actually a question of youth because our generation has fluoridated water. Yours didn't.
What do you think? I went down to the well next to the mercantile. What the F are you talking about?
I'm not the one with a mouthful of crowns.
I had bad teeth.
How many crowns do you have?
I don't know, 3.
Like a royal family?
No,
You're not allowed to set yourself up.
I have 3. I have 3 or 4 or 5.
That's right.
I have
Uneasy lies the head, Mike.
I think.
Did you have more skin tags or crowns?
Oh, that is a low blow.
Okay. Now you're piling on. I have.
And those skin tags are the fault of that bad dermatologist.
That's true.
What I'm hoping, though, is because this may be a cracked filling that I have in the other tooth, I'm hoping that I'm not going to get another crown because then it's another temporary and then I have to wait and stuff
why
like that.
Why does it have to be a temporary? Why can't he do everything tomorrow?
Because you make the crown and you send it out to the people like my neighbor across the street that make teeth.
You send it out to the tooth place?
You make the people that make the teeth
to
and then
the crown
they make
machine?
it. They make the permanent because it's made in such a way that it has to be made off-site and the temporary can go in there but it won't last a long time. Hence the name temporary.
It's hard because the toughest thing, Mike, is matching your color.
The people that make your teeth are the same people that make the little Monopoly pieces, right?
Hold on a second. Like gray?
No, I never said that. It's a startling white.
Silver corn?
Yes, it looks like Silver Queen.
Yellow corn.
Gold Cup. Golden Bantam.
I do not have the best teeth. I've taken care of my teeth.
Yes, you floss every day.
No, I mean my dental work is. I have routinely taken care of my teeth.
Yes,
which a lot of people in this country don't.
Beautiful.
Oh, no, not bad. What's the evolution from, let's say, 4 or 5 to 12 crowns to dentures?
There's no need for dentures
because the root is still strong.
Because the tooth itself is still a healthy tooth.
No rotten roots.
No rotten. You really suddenly I feel like somebody that's really George Washington.
No, you're fine.
That I should have wooden teeth. But I'm going.
And you know what I learned when I went to Mount Vernon?
What did you learn?
Not only did he have bad teeth, really, really bad breath all the time on our first president because of the bad teeth.
Did they actually say that?
Yes, in the new exhibit.
Well, they all did. Look at I watched that miniseries with Paul Giamatti.
Oh, John Adams.
And John Adams. They had to have. They're drinking port wine. They're eating mutton, and they didn't have floss.
I know.
And they would probably, the breath would smell like yours did prior to 1992.
Yes, but I'm much better now.
You did, and you never flossed, correct?
I never did.
Like growing up, how old were you when you started flossing?
It was after this podcast started. Honestly,
wow.
It was after the.
That's right. Zoolander
gave me floss.
It was like 2010.
Those den picks.
2011.
I think it was actually 9. I think it was Christmas of 09 when I started.
Regularly flossing,
but I floss every day now. Or was it 10? Christmas
it was 10. Yeah,
Christmas
we didn't have
10.
Zoolander yet.
Did your wife ever comment on it?
She said, "God, your breath tastes great."
Oh God!
No, she never did.
Gross.
It always, and I've said this before. It troubles me that you never brought it up. As a friend, you should have told me. I was unaware.
We would never stand in close proximity to one another unless I was coming over to the board to say, where is this, where is that, or putting, and I would stand next to you in the old afternoon show.
God, I wish you had told me.
And there would be times when it would just be like, Rob, I was wondering, where is that on the board? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, God. It was nasty.
Wow, I feel so bad. I feel bad.
Mom and Dad never,
No, my dad, they both have great teeth. Well, my dad's teeth, then you know what? Actually,
it's not a question of having great teeth. It's a question
they floss.
They floss.
They do floss. And you know what? They don't have great teeth because my mom really did grow up without fluoride.
Were you freaked out by the idea of putting the string in between your teeth?
I didn't like the fact that every time I'd go to the dentist and get the pep talk about flossing, that I walked away with a mouthful of blood. because I was
gingivitis.
not ready for it yet.
Because the gums are weak.
Yeah, and I also, because of a insurance lapse, because as you know, I was a part-timer for some time. That really doesn't apply here, because I was without insurance from age 18 to 25.
But weren't you raised in a very nurturing environment?
How does that, what do you mean?
That means that as opposed to, say, getting the lecture about flossing, you would get this talk.
You is kind, you is smart, you is important.
Not really.
You is smart.
Here's little Rob.
You is kind.
Here's little Rob.
You is important.
That was me with my housekeeper.
And you don't need to floss.
No, I think I did go like 5 years without a visit to the dentist.
Really?
Because there was no insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And when I finally went, do you remember that Dr. Dana used to have the big video monitor so he could show you what your teeth looked like?
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
I do remember that when I sat down in his office for the first time, he showed me the inside of my mouth. Behind my bottom lower teeth, it literally looked like a mustache.
Oh, God! Oh, that's good. Well, hey.
But I'm much better now. Dazzling gingiva.
Why don't we give our audience time to go out and get a snack?
And then let's hear about Oscar's nose.
We'll come back.
Talk about
It's
that.
Health Report. It's Health Report Tuesday. That's a great idea, and I'll tell you why Whole House DVRs completely suck butt.
Wow.
We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello, I love you. Let me jump in your game.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. You start? Did you start it? Did you start it? Are you back on it? Are you back on your Wait Not?
This weekend.
You said this weekend last weekend.
Had myself a hell of a weekend. Mike didn't feel like it.
You're gonna so you're gonna start on Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
He always chooses the oddest days.
I hate Oscar.
I am not trying to pick on you today. I swear to God, it's just shaking out that way.
Why is it any odder to start on Memorial Day weekend?
Because there's so much celebration to be had.
Barbecues, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
But here's the great
Won't
thing.
be doing any editing this weekend.
The great thing about Wait Not is you can do that because
Anytime.
you know you can do that on Wait Not because it is real food, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there is a range of Wait Not programs. Here's the bottom line. This is the time of year for a lot of people to get started on a program that's going to help them out. You're getting more active. You want to be outside. You want to do things. Wait Not can be the right plan for you. And they start as low as $5 a day. That's about the cost of a gym membership, and you can accelerate your weight loss based on the pace you like and your budget. With Wait Not, you'll eat the real natural foods you can find in any grocery store. No packaged meals, no meal replacements, and plenty of Memorial Day food. Enjoy yourself.
The thing is honestly, I'll start this weekend. I will be noticeably thinner by the 4th.
Absolutely.
Honest to God, I'll be down 30 pounds.
It's the safe way to lose weight and keep it off. Wait Not has helped thousands. Read the success stories on the Wait Not Facebook page. To find out more, visit waitnot.com. Wait Not, show us what you are made of.
Do it.
I'm thinking about health right now because Wait Not, it gets you off all those nasty little drugs. But then we had Rob with the teeth, and now you with, what's the deal with your nose?
And you're even scared to look at the picture.
Falling apart.
I said, Oscar wanted to tell us about this before the show, but I said,
No, it's kind of a throwaway.
No, God, no, please don't, because I didn't want to be able to.
Well, it's also embarrassing. That's probably why I didn't want to even talk about it. On Saturday morning, I woke up and I felt like someone had hit me with a frying pan dead in the face.
Really?
Now, had anyone hit you in the frying pan?
No.
Was it one of those blackout nights where you might have walked into a wall?
No, I actually
Cactus?
didn't do anything to myself throughout the evening.
I don't believe that.
As I did the investigation of what I thought was the problem, I realized that my septum, which is what goes in right down the middle of your nose.
Septum? I hardly know him.
My septum was inflamed at the level that it was.
Hold on a second, Oscar.
Yeah.
Mike is debuting a new impression. This is Oscar's septum.
I'm really trying to make it subtle.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah.
Okay, so start
Sounds
again.
familiar.
Okay,
Deja vu.
Start again.
That was great.
Your septum?
I woke up when I couldn't really breathe, but I was also in pain. And the pain, really, the epicenter of the pain was my nose. So,
You know what I forgot to do? I'm sorry, this is... Septum, I'm sorry, this is on me.
Of course.
Sorry about that.
This isn't great.
Oscar's World.
Oscar's World's fun. This stinks. Thank you. Okay. So, one cannot really look up their own nose. It's tough to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Depends
at
on
that
the drugs
point,
you're using.
I yell to Shannon. I say, "Hey, bring me your iPhone."
Shannon, bring me your iPhone.
How loud did you yell?
I said, you got to get up, come here. Something's going on.
Okay, so is it breathing? You're having trouble breathing?
I'm not having trouble breathing. I've never felt this type of pain in my life.
Feel like
in my
congestion?
face. No, congestion's fine. I'll take that for days.
Pain?
This is pain.
Ooh.
And it's so much pain that I
like
feel
a burning.
I feel it in my gums.
Wow.
So
and did you
know
feel
what was
any
going
of it Friday night, or did it
I
all?
felt a little bit on Friday night.
Okay.
So she takes a picture of what is happening inside my nose.
Now that's a good woman right there. You
Yes.
know, I fell in love with your lady a little bit this weekend at the baby shower for all the sweetness that she bestowed upon my lady, and I think that's great. Any woman that's going to take a picture of the inside of your nose, that's a love situation.
Well, it's not something that's fun, and I was embarrassed to do it, but I said, I got to find out what's happening.
And if Josh was here, he'd say, man, if somebody took a picture of the inside of my nose, I'd never bone again.
Now, when you were talking to Shannon on Sunday or Saturday, did she take any pictures of your nose?
No,
not at all.
No.
I didn't see Shannon. I didn't chat with Shannon at all.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to really talk with her. She was like in the kitchen with all the other hens as they were mainlining their champagne.
Her next subject is she's going to be taking pictures of Michael Holstein's nose. It's going to be an entire series.
What is wrong with you?
He's wound up. We got him wound up.
Yeah, we got him wound up.
All right, so go ahead.
And before I get into this, do you guys use nose hair trimmers?
Yeah.
I use my trimmer. It's not a special nose hair trimmer, but I trim my nose hair, yeah.
I usually do, but last month mine broke, and I just threw it in the trash, and I haven't picked up a new one.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm like, well, this is going to be embarrassing on multiple levels, because it's going to look like Chewbacca's living in my nose, and then, two, something else is going on.
I have tape on my nose trim if you want to hear it.
Please. Now, I don't have to show you this picture
once a week
to explain what was going on in my septum.
I'm starting to get all queasy now.
I have a guess, but I'm going to hold my guess.
But I can show it to anybody that wants to see it.
I'll like to see it.
Rob, I'll let you explain what you're looking at right now.
Well, for one thing, you should be taking allergy medicine.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It looks to me like you have coarse, thick black nose hair. Is it an ingrown hair?
It's not an ingrown hair.
It's some sort of pustule that has grown
Okay,
inside your
I don't
nose.
I seriously, I won't be able to
But
do the show.
man, that isn't a.
I'm not going to be able to do the show if I look at it.
I know it doesn't really.
I'm really going to throw up. I'm really going to throw up.
This really doesn't cater to the American public, but that is a great advert for the phone and the iPhone camera.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a fantastic
Detail.
picture.
I don't want to see it.
Did you see it, Mark?
I did see it.
Gord, you want to see it closer?
Unfortunately. No, I think I'm good.
At this
nice.
point, I see what looks to be an alien in my right nostril, and
Let me see it again.
I say to myself, well, I got to call a doctor. And lucky for me, both my sister and brother are doctors.
There's
Now,
a,
is
there's
that
a large
pustule?
segment of the audience that's going to want to see it.
Is that pustule? Is that on the septum or on the outside?
It's on the septum itself.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
How did she get a picture of this? What did she do? Have a special camera to go up your nose?
That's just the power of the iPhone.
So you just like pulled your nostril
I
open
pulled
and
my
like
nostril open. She took like 10 or 12 pictures. She said, I think I got it. And then I looked at it, and then I was concerned.
So once again, did you do the family healing where you call one of your family members?
No, I did because I didn't want to interrupt their weekend.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to be adult about this. I always ask them for things. I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to say at their leisure, they can let me know what's going on.
So when did you find out what it was?
So I sent them a picture. And it's 6 a.m. where my brother is because he's in Los Angeles. And I'm on the East Coast, 9 a.m.
Is this the Boston brother?
Yes.
Okay, he's in L.A.
Yeah. And my sister is in Pittsburgh, so she's on our time.
Right.
And my brother answers right away. Mm-hmm. And he gives me a litany of symptoms and says, is this happening? Is this happening? Like a real doctor would.
Okay.
Like on call, a private doctor.
It's cool. Well, it's your brother. It has its privileges. Yeah.
And I said, am I going to die? That was my my quote to him. And then he says, no, it's nothing. He goes, we'll get a script for you, some antibiotics, you'll be A-okay.
You know what? The thing that troubles me is if I saw that in my nose, the first thing I'd do is pop it.
Oh,
God, Rob,
Rob,
I can't handle it. I can't handle the gross.
No.
I can't handle the gross is too much.
It never enters your mind.
No, it's so gross.
And from what I understand, this wasn't something that you could. It was at my actual septum itself.
Okay.
So that's not something I could even fathom doing. So the
Well,
pain.
you wouldn't like
snort
I want to be
it
somewhere
up.
else right
You'd
now.
pop and
You
blow,
asked
Mike.
about this. I don't even want to talk about
I know,
it.
but now it's just like popping. Popping is what I don't need. I don't need to hear popping.
Okay.
There are people in the audience that don't
What
need
if
to
we
hear
said
popping.
What if we said Lance?
Okay, stop! Please stop! God, stop!
My sister gets back to me 2 hours later,
I'm feeling lightheaded.
and she starts freaking out.
Your sister does.
My sister does.
Okay, she's another doctor.
Yes, she's a pediatrician. My brother's an anesthesiologist.
Okay.
And my sister starts freaking out, naming all kinds of things this could be.
Two different doctors, two different styles.
Right?
And brother and sister. Brother's like, yeah, you're fine, you're bleeding, no problem. Sister's like, is it the older sister?
She's the oldest,
My
yes.
baby brother's gonna die because his septum's gonna rot away.
But they're cousins.
That's right. So what happened with this?
So my sister starts freaking me out, and my brother, I guess, is CC'd on this group text. Everybody knows how group texts work.
Mm-hmm.
He basically says to my sister, stop being dramatic, and they both get into like a battle about what is going on in my right nostril.
And you're getting text after text.
and I'm like, and again, there's a
I
part-
got a good one right now. I got a good one for you right now. This
Please.
is putting you on the spot. This is good.
Go ahead.
Who, in your opinion, ladies and gentlemen, between the brother's first name is Jose,
yes.
and the sister's first name is
Tatiana.
Between Jose, the anesthesiologist, and Tatiana, the pediatrician, who's the best doctor?
This is tough, Mike. I'm gonna do a little mental math. Georgetown, Harvard. Who stayed in school longer? The anesthesiologist.
Oh!
My brother.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Jose.
Yes.
You are the best doctor.
You should stop being dramatic.
Now his bedside manner is a little terse.
Because he's one of those egghead brilliant doctors. And technically, the specialty, I know enough about medicine, the specialty of anesthesiology is a little more intensive than just your regular, pediatrician.
Yeah, because kids mostly heal on their own.
But I mean,
not in the NICU.
no, the bottom line is, you go into the anesthesia, you screw that up, it's, curtains.
It's a big deal.
You get a patient who's worm food after that.
Yeah. So I sat there and I was actually entertained by the back and forth because
Right.
they were fighting.
Right.
And I wrote back. I said, "Can someone just call CVS for me, please,
And get an antibiotic.
Yes, because I'm dying over here. The pain's not going away."
But really, to be honest with you, though, I like the idea that Tatiana wants to really treat you.
Yes.
When Jose, to be perfectly honest, is just giving you the same BS crap that every doctor in the world goes, take a steroid or an antibiotic. That's all these doctors ever prescribe.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the car. Don't you agree with me?
Yes,
It's like,
but
have an antibiotic, and then by the time, you get a real infection, that's like
can't
eating your
fight it.
scrotum,
Can't
you're
fight
going to
it.
sit there and go, nothing's fighting it.
But the guy who called it in and had already called it in when I finally sent a text and said, "Stop fighting. What do I do?"
Right.
My brother had already called it in.
Okay.
He had taken care of it as soon as he got the text.
So he's a can-do kind of guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is Tatiana a little more dramatic?
Oh, clearly.
What was she saying? What was the worst case scenario?
She was saying I had MRSA.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that gross.
So what was his diagnosis?
He says, whatever you did wrong. Stop picking your nose.
Oh,
That's such a brother thing.
Yeah, and I said no, it has nothing to do with that. He goes, I know. He goes, have you had bad allergies in the past 2 weeks? I said, absolutely.
Right.
All I've been doing is sneezing, blowing my nose.
And did it fix it? Did the antibiotic fix it?
I'm A-okay.
Now,
And you know what? Nobody wrote me to see if I was okay.
Right.
without
to double
your,
check.
without your nose trimmer,
Yes.
were you maybe yanking hair out of your
Oh,
nose?
no. I do enjoy doing that.
Yeah,
it is painful.
I do too. Yeah.
You get a tear.
No. When you see this picture close up, again.
Anybody want to draw
it's like-
straws
it's
as to
like
whether
Chewbacca.
we put a nice disinfectant cloth on that sofa over
Might
there?
be a
though?
good idea.
Why?
That
You
would
know
be
what
a
troubles me?
Because when I hear MRSA, it freaks me the hell out. Because it's like from locker rooms where a bacterial infection gets into.
What troubles me
I
is
freak
that
out, especially with baby on the way.
That it grew on your septum and not on the outside part of the nose because that's where the blood is. The septum is just cartilage.
Do you know you're gross without even wanting to be gross? Do you know that? Because you're like, it grew on the outside with the pustules, and then the boil exploded with the pus running down the leg.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sure if you looked inside the nose and then you lanced it, and the hairs would cause a green infection to have pustules rolled out, and you're like talking about it. You'd be having the same conversation if you're eating a Costco hot dog. And I'm over here ready to retch. I swear to God, it's grossing
Can you
me
get
out.
me one?
Can you guys answer a question for me?
Well, we got
I'll entertain a
15
question,
seconds.
If you don't mind.
Yes.
So my brother actually asked me, and I had to look it up, and he goes, is the pain lateral or not vertical. He said something else, and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But I didn't tell him that because I didn't want to feel dumb.
I'm sorry.
And I looked it up.
The time has expired.
No,
I don't know what a lateral pain is.
It's usually in the right hip that leads to the bad place.
Oh.
We're taking a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show right after this.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
We time in the same show, Rob?
What happened
Because
is...
I got you beat by 30 seconds.
No, what happened is you timed at the beginning of the pre-roll. I should have told you the pre-roll doesn't count on our time. I'm sorry about that.
Very good. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody, we have a brand new client. I'm going to say this in as honest a way as I can because it's important.
Very important.
Okay? We have... I'm going to lay it on the line to people.
Got to.
We got a brand new client. And we got a brand new client from a different part of the world. I'm not talking about the world like in the United States. It's the United States.
Right.
We need to impress these people. For the future of the show, I don't want to say the future of the show depends on it, but you can really help us by trying something for us, and I think it's going to be worth your while.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to enjoy this. I'm talking about a brand new client for the Mike O'Mara Show, Hulu Plus, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You have tried streaming hit shows on your PC. Now it is time to start your free trial of Hulu Plus. Exclusive content in your living room, on your mobile device. Hulu Plus has it. On TVs, game consoles, Blu-rays, Apple TV, your smartphones, tablets. Hulu Plus, you can get your favorite content, and you can do it anywhere. It is all about control. I personally am so frustrated right now with a whole house DVR that I have because there are other people that can get their little beaters on it, and they can screw it up for you. And also, magically, on my DVR, some things that I like to record simply go away.
It's because you live with opponents, Mike.
You know what it is? Television content now, it is all about control.
Yes.
And control is not necessarily remembering what to record. Control is about having everything at your fingertips at a moment's notice, and Hulu Plus offers that. I'm talking about full seasons of your favorite TV shows, full seasons of classic TV shows, when and where you want them, where you can get it immediately. Hulu Plus has shows like Saturday Night Live. I missed it, and I swear to God, we got this client yesterday.
Right.
They came to me, and they said, well, this is exactly what I would need. I missed Saturday Night Live because my DVR effed it up, and I didn't get it. With Hulu Plus, I can get it at any time, and I can get all these great shows.
Watch
The
the
list
entire
is
season.
endless. Monday Night Raw, Modern Family, Community. You can get the shows you want, full seasons as well. And TMOS listeners, listen to this, can get an extended free trial right now. Just click the Hulu Plus link at MikeO'MaraShow.com. It's right there on our brand new server. Or you can go to Hulu Plus/Mike. It's not the usual code, so remember that. It's Hulu Plus/Mike. It is a free 2-week trial. It doesn't cost you anything to try it. You're going to want to keep it, but it's not going to cost you anything. Please
Give it a shot.
Please impress these people. Our future is depending on it, ladies and gentlemen.
HuluPlus.com/Mike.
Control what you want to watch when you want to watch it. The list is endless with Hulu Plus. I will not belabor you with it, but I will tell you it is a wonderful
You will love
television
it.
service.
You'll love it.
Because it's total control. It's not control about what you've recorded. It's anything at your fingertips. Hulu Plus. Check it out. The link is on our webpage right now. I want to say thank you in advance. We'll do that a little bit later
Okay.
on. I wanted to mention that I had another great insurance company conversation after the dentist yesterday.
Yeah.
That let's just say it was a busy day for the show yesterday. We were having a bit of a day.
Yeah.
With our boy bailing on us.
Yeah.
And the fact is that we were frustrated. It was a little frustrated for us. And at the end of the dentist appointment, where I still had the painful tooth,
We didn't even know you had dental work yesterday.
the lovely Tammy at the dental office says to me, by the way, the claim that I submitted, unfortunately, they rejected it. And I think they rejected it because they have the incorrect number. Your ID number is your Social Security number. And she points to it and she goes, that's not correct. I said, no, I've been going there since 1999.
Wow.
They have my correct number.
Wow.
The powers that be at the dental insurance company,
Right.
which incidentally is not really insurance. I would think insurance is, hey, you pay a monthly fee, you get your dental taken care of.
That's
no,
right.
This is a monthly fee that you pay so that they can negotiate with the dentist to reduce his rate and then charge you about half.
Oh, it's a dance.
It's a dance.
It's absolutely
It's
a dance.
the land of crap, and I'm sitting there. It's the last thing I'm doing with my day, and I have this conversation, and I am firmly convinced now that outside of sucking in from the American public the most money they can possibly get, the only other prime directive at any insurance company is to avoid doing anything.
Oh, of course.
Because I go through 3 different people and I say, on your end, you have put down the incorrect number. And they say, well, I couldn't change that if I wanted. But if you do, I said, hold on. This is your mistake. They have already processed a claim with the correct number. So someone at I understand that, sir. But what you have to, and I hear those words, you have to do. And I am ready to reach in and strangle these people.
The reason is...
And they always win. They will always win because they are not going to do
You lost
anything.
again.
You lost again, Tina.
But the thing is they don't stand to benefit anyway from helping you out at this point because...
Right.
They've already got your money.
Mm-hmm.
They've denied the fact that they have to pay out money.
Right.
So where do they stand to benefit? They don't. They want you to do everything.
The resolution, you're
they're
absolutely right.
they're hoping you bail
Yes.
and they get everything.
The resolution of the situation for them is not going to make them money.
Right.
Denying the claim summarily is going to make them money. And this is, and I'm staring at this number from 2 separate claims. One with the correct one, and then somehow magically they put it is 1 digit. It is 1. With a normal... Now, I ended up calling the people that insure me, and I will give them a plug. It is the National Association of the Self-Employed. And these people... Well, that's how I got insurance.
Yeah.
That's how I got my dental insurance. It's offered through this organization.
Do they work on
And
septums?
This was the conversation with them. This was the conversation with them. Hey, I noticed that, you have the dental company has the wrong Social Security number. Okay, is it da-da-da? I said, no, that's incorrect. What's the correct one? It's this. Okay, we'll call them. Usually takes 24 hours with them, but we're going to have, she mentions a name. I'm going to go talk to Becky. Becky will call that in, and it'll be done. And my conversation with the insurance company to get through to actually someone who finally just told me they can't do anything was 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, no.
As frustrating as it is, I'm not surprised.
My conversation with the National Association of Self-Employed was 7 minutes.
Yeah.
7 minutes to fix it. Insurance company, I have to say it again. It is the great Satan. This is pitchforks, machetes on their doorstep. This is revolutionary stuff. We ought to be as groups of citizens. If I could be the point man for this, I swear to God, if I had physical courage and I wanted to actually go down to one of these buildings and go, how
dare you?
You know what they do? The what do they call
abortion?
It? Arab Spring.
Oh,
right?
Arab Spring.
Yeah.
The whole Arab Spring thing. We ought to be doing that with our insurance companies because with all this debate over repealing Obamacare, we've got a situation. I've dealt with these people now. I'm still dealing with them. I'm dealing with them every day. The lack of help, the total lust for effing people over is incredible.
But
at these companies.
we are conditioned now to know that you cannot exist without insurance.
That's the police coming to get me right now.
How dare you?
You can't hear it on the podcast, but there's a siren going outside here in Grant Avenue, and they got me. I'll get to that. That's another thing where I fought the man yesterday.
So we can't chuck
Jesus.
it. We can't chuck it because we need insurance.
Yeah.
But they have us totally over a barrel. You know what it reminds me of is when we used to try to get expense money back when we worked at CBS.
God, that's so right.
And they would sit on it for literally 3 and 4 months because the longer they held the money, they could draw interest on it.
I had a claim that I was between insurance companies because my company had changed insurance providers, and they didn't cover it. It was like almost $340.
Right.
And then the number of faxes I had to send in to show them that I was covered.
Right.
It was probably at least 2 hours worth of work just to make sure that they did they kept their end of the bargain.
But they've got your money, so they don't care. They just don't care.
I tell everybody what I pay. I pay well over $500 a month for my health insurance. I pay $500 a month. Okay. Out of that $500 now, when I had something which was down that ticker issue that I had, which was the trip to the ER and 2 nights in the hospital, they came back and 2 tests, one of which was one that was determined that everything looked great. And I was very happy about it. I'm really happy ultimately that I got checked out. However, when the bill came in from the hospital alone, the bill was over $28,000.
Wow.
$28,000. Then, so they say, I have a $5,000 deductible. Okay, so I'm responsible for that, and then after that, I am responsible for 50% of the charges. They come back to me and say, good news, we negotiated with our partner in crime, and I mean that in every sense of the word, the hospital, to negotiate down the rate that they charged. And ultimately now, we have good news for you. You're responsible for $9,000.
So what are you supposed to say? Thank you for that?
Well, I'm not. I'm still fighting it, and now it's with a collection agency, and I'm not dealing with it yet because I want to figure out, what the real deal is, because I think ultimately I had 2 tests. And other than that, I ate some really crappy pudding.
That's it.
But I stayed in a crappy motel for 2 nights. With one monitor on me.
Yeah.
Didn't have any IV. Didn't have any of that at all.
You had a disinterested nurse, I'm sure.
I had a totally disinterested nurse, and the fact is, I'm all for it. But the nurse isn't getting paid for this.
Right.
The doctors aren't getting paid because I didn't see them after the initial visit. And incidentally, the doctor that I did see sent me a separate bill.
Yeah, you get a separate bill.
Thank you.
No, really?
So he's taken care of. So who is it? Who is it? Let's think about who it is. It ain't the nurses that are getting paid their minimum salaries that they're receiving. Who is it? Oh, who it is? It's the same giant corporate megaplex that we deal with the insurance companies.
Who is playing with the hospital.
And listen, I know, you know what? I thank you for all of your letters and your messages, and keep them coming, telling me your stories, because there are people in our listening audience that love to hear this, because they've been through the exact same crap.
A lot of people.
And it is crap. And so to have it on the small level, where I pay $80 a month for this dental plan, which is not a dental plan, because I end up paying anyway. What they say they do, they negotiate with the provider of the dental care to knock the price down, and then they charge you half.
Right.
So really, that's like going
It's like you have an agent for your teeth.
And also, but what do they, Rob, you know this, what do they do in retail? They go in and they'll say, we're having a sale where it's 50% off. Well, you're saying something's 50% off that you've marked up by 200% anyway.
From full price,
So you're ultimately not giving the consumer any deal here.
No, and we're forced to accept it.
So you would think for upwards of $600 a month, and really never using it. I'm going to the dentist twice now, which is very rare for me outside of getting a regular teeth cleaning.
But you just said you had like the Game of Thrones going on in your mouth.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so this is my second visit.
Because of
how
all
many
the
crowns you have?
Hopefully I'm only one.
Okay.
Hopefully only one. But the fact that remains, with that kind of money, even if it was fully covered, whoever the powers that be are still making a ton of money on me.
There has to be a way you can spend your money better. What if you had a stroke?
That may happen. That may happen sooner or later.
That might be the best use of your insurance money, because you either have to be a lot sicker or not sick at all. But the truth lies that in the middle, you're going to get screwed.
And also, with the man, I have to tell you another story. You boys know that I got frustrated with the drag strip that is right outside of my house.
Oh, I seen evidence of this yesterday.
So I call and...
Do you shake your fist and you're like, slow
down!
No. Get out of my yard!
No, I call the main number at the...
How dare you!
I call the main number at the local Zit Police Department. And
did you speak to Officer Zip?
No, didn't do that. He was on vacation for a week.
Oh, that's nice.
I called the main number. They said, we're going to put you down to traffic enforcement. I go down there. Hi, I'm on vacation, but thanks. Leave a message, especially if it's something really bad.
You have reached Officer Zit.
But comes back from vacation, and he calls me back. And he says, we're going to get right on that. And Rob Spiewak gives me a text and says, your phone call worked, because they're right outside and they're setting up a little speed trap.
I used one of the most popular...
Was it a good spot? Did they have a good sneaky spot?
One of the most popular verbs on the Eastern Shore. They're radaring. And it was a horrible spot. He was standing on the side of the road by his police car with his radar gun.
Okay.
Outside of a neon sign that said radar ahead. He couldn't have been a lot more obvious.
So if you're coming from that direction and you're coming down the hill,
he was at the confluence of the two roads where you live.
Okay.
On the far side.
All right.
The police car was on the side of the road.
See, that means they're not going to see him, though, so that he could probably shoot him, and he could
was
probably get him.
standing like there.
And when I say shoot him with the radar gun.
Shoot him.
So
Shoot him, Elizabeth.
Look, I don't want to say that this is a conspiracy theory,
You were a concerned citizen.
I was a concerned citizen.
All I know is I took that U-turn at about 10 miles an hour.
I got a prompt response, and I'm glad he's out there.
Yeah.
He's going to control the speed a little bit. That's fine with me. We're not going to have the drag strip out there. I'm a happy man. However.
And then here's the other side of this coin.
This morning,
yes,
the doorbell rings, and it's someone from the city.
A city father?
It's a city.
In his powdered wig.
Hello, citizen.
Hello. Didn't you once have a watering tavern at the top of the street?
It's a municipal father. No, it's not. It's a municipal worker.
Yes.
He informs me that now, after 10 years of living here,
yes,
I will no longer be able to park out in front of the street. That they are going to be painting that curb from my neighbor's house all the way around my corner.
This is not temporary.
This is permanent.
Wow.
No longer will I be able to.
How were you not consulted?
Well, I'm going to. I will be unloading my groceries there. I'm not changing that. If they can catch me doing that, I think I can stand with the flashers on for a little bit.
Of course.
Or you could paint it.
But permanent parking and what we like to call Rob Spiewak's parking space.
That's where I've been parking for 3.5 years.
Has been forever taken away. And here's my thought. Why? It seems curious timing to me that this all kind of happened after I called the law.
What happened is
have them slow down.
Officer Zitz said, I think we got to do something for disc jockey Squeaky Wheel.
He knew me.
Yeah,
the guy knew who I was. Hey, I listen to your show. You're a guy at the podcast. Nope. So have that conversation.
I love Kirk.
I was going to blame it on myself because I'm Latin.
Oh, I was on the Kirk and Al show also on the weekend. Kirk McEwen's podcast with his friend Al. So Kirk and Al. I think it's Kirk and Al.
Is that Al Roker?
What's that?
Is it Al Roker that's his partner?
No, it's Al, a buddy of his.
Oh, okay.
So I was on there. Yes, go ahead, Oscar.
I'm Latin, and my people are known to live with multiples in a house or jump in a Corolla and stroll down to the mall.
Right.
But not just with 4 people, more like 8.
Right.
Sure.
So when I walked out, they eyeballed me, and I said, "Oh, that's interesting, but not shocking." Because being Latin and working in the ZIT, I imagine a lot goes down.
A lot goes down.
Yes.
Well, they were shocked to see a Latin guy who did not have used tires.
Llantas
They say, man, those tires look new.
Llantas usadas.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the joke. I stole your joke for the weekend with my brother-in-law.
Mike, it's not a joke.
And
it's a way of life.
In his New England way,
yeah.
He said, "Yeah, there are a lot of used tires. there really are a lot of used tires."
Well, do you remember when we had Craig Laughlin in studio and he called me on the cell phone? He says,
I'm driving by a lot of used tire stores.
Says, yeah, I'm almost to Mike's house. How did he ever find a house among all these auto dealerships?
That's right. So it's huge for this area because the fact is we could park probably 8 cars between the front of the house and the side right along, and now you guys are all going to have to park back there. Now I know
What
Rob.
if I parked on your yard?
Rob immediately. Do you know what Rob did though?
No, I don't
Rob
know.
immediately wanted to go with the Buzz parking space.
Just asked if it would be
Really?
Buzz.
He wanted the A-list parking.
Oh.
He wanted the
I forgot
A-list
that was the
in
space.
And
the
keep in mind that is not A-list parking. It was still second to what I had before.
Yeah, I know you like
but
this.
now it's A-list.
The shortest distance was
That's
right
right.
It's
out
been
there.
eliminated. Isn't that your wife's spot?
It is.
Yeah.
And I was informed, and you know what? I was very pleased to step aside, Mrs. O'Mara.
Where are you going to choose to park now? Just out of curiosity, because once the yellow stops, you can park across the street,
Right.
or you can park back near the carport.
I will probably parallel park near the carport and probably get in the habit of trying to get as close to the illegal as possible without actually breaking the law.
I'm not sure when they're going to freshly paint it, but I think it seems to me that they were out there ready to go with that. It took 2 years for me to get a tree that they took down out there.
Has anybody ever clipped your car out there?
Yes.
Not that one wreck, not the huge wreck. I'm talking about.
Yeah, excuse me.
When we
I clipped his car because the other car pushed me into it.
Not the car that turned
No,
over.
this is about 9 years ago or 8 years ago. I'm not sure when Carla and I both moved in here. Carla had her car out there, and a brick was thrown through the window.
Oh,
yeah, but that's the standard. That's the standard welcoming here in Manassas. That's the way.
Welcome, neighbor.
Yeah, that's the way to say, "Hey, glad to have you here. Here's your brick."
Someone they tied a note to it that said "Hola."
Yeah, welcome to the zip. Welcome to the zip. But
La marijuana's down the road.
yeah, so the moral of that story is don't call insurance companies and don't call the police. We'll take a break and come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
I met you time, girl. I'm gone away.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Sneaky voice.
Got something for you. Looking for a nice evening out?
Yeah.
Think you might be around the Rockville area? Thursday night, May 30th. Want to have a good time? Want to see a couple of really good-looking guys who are going to make you laugh?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to make you laugh. They're not really good-looking. Rob Spiewak.
Hey!
Well, one of them is. Rob Spiewak and Mark Ronick are going to be at Quench in Rockville, Maryland.
Please leave it at one of them is good-looking. I don't want any more specific than that.
America's favorite trivia game. Quench for knowledge. It's fun, it's free, and there's 5 big ways to win.
Win big.
Also enjoy the signature cocktails and cuisine that make Quench your best destination. Fun time, dinner time, drink time, anytime. Bring your friends. The fun starts at 8:30 p.m.
You know, I think that voice is actually a better voice for Oscar Septum.
Or Cleveland.
I think it could be a Septum.
I have no idea what the
From the
voice
Cleveland
is.
show.
The fun starts at 8:30 p.m. Thursday, May 30th at Quench, 9712 Treville Gateway Drive
He's spinning a little towards Bing Crosby.
in Rockville. For more information, boo. Visit QuenchNation.com. Hey, look at that. It's time for news you may not need. Hit the music.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity.
That's right.
And now, News You May Not Need.
That's right. Well, we have to start with this one, and we haven't even talked about it yet. Yesterday afternoon, 2:56 p.m. Central, a tornado touched down in Moore, Oklahoma. We have a lot of fans around the Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas area, Tornado Alley. A lot of people down there, and this place is a city just south of Oklahoma City. It was not your normal tornado. I've never seen anything like this. This was devastation as far as the eye could see. 2 miles wide, winds up to 200 miles per hour, and they indicated it was a 20-mile swath of damage that
I
was
can't
done.
even imagine a 2 mile by 20 mile area that has just been decimated.
It's
It
every-
boggles imagination.
You always think you see a brick structure, you see a cinder block structure, and you say, you know, I'll hide in there. Cinder blocks, bricks, no problem. This destroyed every building in its path, including that. This is the elementary school with children inside. As of the latest reports, 51 people are dead, including at least 20 children, and 145 people are in the hospital.
Third graders.
Oh, those, you know, I feel the families of the kids, but the first responders out there that are having to go through this rubble and see children that have gone through this, these poor kids, horrible way. I've never seen destruction. To me, probably the most terrifying of any natural disaster to be in a tornado that's approaching an F5. And they haven't determined 100% whether it was an F4 or an F5.
I couldn't even put myself in the shoes of, and it happened very fast. They warned them as far in advance as they could. But can you imagine having a kid at school and being a parent, being
when the first responders were going through the rubble.
At
Horrible.
this moment, I literally have chills because I think, I don't know, that's what I kept thinking today is, how would I handle being in that kind of danger? I don't know how I could even react.
Wouldn't care about me. It'd be the kids after the fact.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's
still.
almost, you know, and you can respond to this, and Mark can respond to this as a parent. It is a situation where, you know, if I could save my kid, I would be fine. You know, just let that tornado kill me, but please don't let me live through the death of a child like this.
In a second, and that's what troubled me so much, is the thought of being somehow separated from my child in that situation.
If you are a praying person, lay a few down for the families out there. We will find out what the organization is that's going to help these people, and we will put a link up on the website. They don't have an official count, but at least dozens of buildings and homes were destroyed. The local NBC station called it, quote, the biggest, most destructive tornado in history. They probably meant the history of the state, because other tornadoes have been more powerful and caused more deaths, but it is still amazingly significant. You may not need to know, but we'd like you to. The Doors keyboardist Ray Manzarek died yesterday. I'm a huge Doors fan.
I am too, man. And when I saw that, it hit me a little harder than I thought it would.
You gonna have any that?
Actually, I can do some of it for you right now.
Okay.
Here's just a brief news report that explains a little bit.
There's word that one of the founding members of the rock band The Doors has died. Keyboardist Ray Manzarek was 74. The Doors formed in 1965 in Los Angeles, enjoying wide chart success.
This is them live in Europe in 1968. And the thing that's key about The Doors, a lot of people don't realize, they formed the band without a bass player. So all bass lines on their early records were played by Ray Manzarek on the keyboard, which made them not only distinctive sounding, but really precise. He played it on what was called a Fender Rhodes piano is what he used to play bass. The lead was played on a Vox Continental combo organ, but mentioning that bass piano, that Rhodes piano, I know one of Mike's favorite records of all time actually features someone else playing that kind of piano. The Rhodes piano, I think you'll recognize it on this. It was one of Ray Charles' go-to instruments.
Great sound.
With the Blues Brothers. But just no band has ever sounded like the Doors because they created their own deal.
I was just going to say, and again, it takes nothing away from what you just said, Rob, but I hotboxed my first car to the Doors. And that's when I discovered it. It was a Buick 81 LeSabre.
Guitarist Robbie Krieger said, quote, "I was deeply saddened to hear about the passing of my friend. Ray was a huge part of my life, and I will always miss him. And when I'm on my motorcycle, you put on L.A. Woman on that scoot, and that's a good day. So safe home to Ray Manzarek. You may not need to know that according to a new poll by iHeartRadio, Will Ferrell." Rob, I'm real sorry. You know, in my new role, bringing you news you may not need, I gotta share some of this stuff.
For me, you could have stopped at iHeartRadio because I love that enough. But if you're going to go on and let's talk about Will Ferrell, let's really have a good time.
Will Ferrell is the funniest person in America right now.
Right.
He got 23.5% of the vote compared with Tina Fey, who finished second with 15.9%. Would you like to hear the top 10?
I'm wondering, was this survey done where? At St. Elizabeth's?
Number 10, Lena Dunham.
From Girls?
Girls, okay.
Funniest or fattest? What was the list?
The funniest people in America.
Funniest, of course.
Number 9, Aziz Ansari.
Not that funny.
He is funny.
He's funny, but he's not that funny.
He's well plugged in, and he gets on these lists because he's well represented. I know he's a funny guy,
right, Mike,
but his body of work is not significant enough to me to merit being on there. So next on the list, Amy Poehler. Shocker.
She's funny.
Number 7, Zach Galifianakis. Number 6, Stephen Colbert. Then Jon Stewart.
Colbert, not funny.
Then Jon Stewart, Daniel Tosh, Chris Rock, and then Tina Fey and Will Ferrell. So there it is.
You know what? That list is lackluster.
Yeah, you got to move that around.
I don't know, though. I have, it's been all over cable, so I have been watching a lot of Anchorman.
Don't say it.
Yeah, you have.
Hello, Baxter, my little gentleman. I will take you to foggy London town. Baxter.
What the hell is the matter with you?
Thank you, Baxter! Baxter, get down.
You know what? Your brain is full of holes from all that insurance stuff.
You just made my day.
Well, he's got crowns.
Veronica Corningstone. I wanted to shout it from a mountain.
Yeah, I want to kill myself.
I'm sorry. You may not need to know that a house that just went on the market in Greenwich, Connecticut is officially the most expensive home that's ever gone on sale in U.S. history, a single-family home that's listed at $190 million.
Are we allowed to park in front of it?
So it lists what look, do you want to hear what it gets you? I don't give a rat's ass. I mean, it lists what it gets you.
Oh, I bet it's a beautiful house.
You know what I think it gets you? It gets you wonderful neighbors.
Of course. You know we should buy it? Aziz Ansari.
You may not need to know that on Friday, an 18-year-old girl from San Jose won $50,000 at the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair. Her invention, it's called a supercapacitor, which is a battery that can charge a cell phone in 20 to 30 seconds and lasts 10 times longer than current batteries.
That's awesome. Good for her.
All right, we've got really good news and really bad news. The good news, a new study found that eating a ton of candy is not bad for you. Would you like the bad news?
Sure.
Yes.
Bad news, the study was sponsored by the National Confectioners Association.
Yeah! So did they actually write the story before they did the research?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you had to fly next time, would you rather sit next to a crying baby or someone who smells?
Crying baby.
I think smell.
According to a new survey, you're winning the Gross Award today. According to a new survey by Harris Interactive, 63% of people would rather go with the baby.
The baby.
Winner. The baby. I got a couple more here.
Okay.
This happened last October, and none of the names have been released, but the case just ended up in Supreme Court of Australia, and it's pretty ridiculous. Here's the story. I'll give it to you. A guy was convinced that there were ghosts in his house, and we'll wrap it up with this one. So he set up a video camera in his kitchen to get evidence of paranormal activity. He didn't find a ghost, but what he did find was his 28-year-old girlfriend of 11 years making out with his 16-year-old son.
Oh, my God.
The video showed them kissing and cuddling in the kitchen, and the women admitted that she'd had sex with the boy twice.
Oh.
The son said it was actually 3 times. It was 3 times. And the affair started when they were discussing driving lessons. The girlfriend pleaded guilty last week to having sex with a minor, and she's being sentenced this week. The 16-year-old son is getting high fives this from his buddies, mate.
Yes, he is.
All right, that's it. We got to get out of here. Rob in the Audio Vault coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show as you enjoy the music of The Doors. I didn't even have to call you and tell you to do that because I knew you'd be featuring The Doors today.
Good band.
And really, what a body of work. And anytime we lose a significant member of that band, I'm glad you played that.
I watched about an hour of the Oliver Stone movie yesterday, and I swear to God, that's the closest to taking acid of anything you can do. That movie is tough.
I am really not sure that I have ever watched that from start to finish.
It's worth it to me for that one Ed Sullivan scene that we played at the front of the show. I love that. But, man, that is like a trip.
It's time for Rob's Magic Audio Vaults, brought to you by the Man Grate Grill Enhancement System. Father's Day is coming up fast. Your dad needs Man Grates, and so do you. Made in America, Man Grates are 100% American cast iron grilling grates. We love them. No flare-ups, no dry meat, guaranteed. You'll get the real deal, especially for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And you know this is a wonderful gift for your father. And just $19.99. They are named one of the best grilling accessories by Men's Health magazine. Man Grates make the perfect Father's Day gift. Get Man Grates for your dad or yourself. Click their ad on our website or go to mangrate.com. That's MANGRATE.com. Enter our code TMOS and you'll get our special price $19.99 with a custom Mike O'Mara Show grill.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this brief because you think I'm gross. I'm just going to say if you have trouble with your septum.
Okay, thank you.
Get the grill brush.
Great, perfect. I'm sure they appreciate that. The Man Grate Grill Enhancement System. Take it away, Rob. Time for the Audio Vault.
Thank you so much. You know what? Michael Jackson has a secret warehouse. I know this already sounds just like I'm making it up, but it's so typical. He has a secret warehouse that they allowed 60 Minutes access to.
Right.
60 Minutes is not allowed to tell you what town it's in, because they're still guarding this secret warehouse.
This is fascinating.
This is really neat. You're going to see this.
Totally missed this.
You can see this on, I think, the 60 Minutes website.
Yeah.
This was
and
not
you can
on.
Find it on Hulu Plus.
This is not on the show.
It will be on Hulu Plus?
Yes.
Awesome.
But in 1979, on the back of, I think, a set list from a concert, Michael Jackson wrote a note to himself. He called it a manifesto. Keep in mind, this is Michael Jackson in 1979. This is about the time that Off the Wall came out.
Okay.
So he wasn't all screwed up yet.
Tomorrow I'll talk about, because I've been meaning to do this, I'll talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction.
Good,
and when he mentioned Michael Jackson, makes me think of Quincy Jones, makes me think of Usher's performance and all that. Just incredible music. Really a great induction ceremony because they were putting some real people in.
I love seeing Heart. Heart good?
Oh, incredible.
Love it. Okay, but Michael Jackson, 1979, he's 21. It's like he has a crystal ball. Look out what he wrote to himself.
The document reads, MJ will be my new name. No more Michael Jackson. I want a whole new character, a whole new look. I should be a totally different person. I should be a new, incredible actor, singer, dancer that will shock the world. I will do no interviews. I will be magic. I will be a perfectionist, a researcher, a trainer, a master.
Pedophile.
I will be better than every great actor roped into one.
He set his goals, and he did exactly what he said on the back of that piece of paper.
Weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I can't get by it. Sorry, guys. I can't. I mean, really, the talent and all that, I'll never be able to get by that. It doesn't justify if there's any truth to what he did.
True.
And I would hope and pray that I'm wrong about it. But if he did do that, and now we've got another kid recently that came out and said he did.
Yeah.
I don't give
After
a rat's
he had
ass
already-
that he could sing and dance. Tough tease.
That guy had already been under oath saying that he hadn't. So the whole thing is very, very
Very
screwed up.
sketchy.
John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival has a new album coming out.
That's why he was on the induction ceremony at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And I don't normally put this stuff in the vault, but this really blew my mind. And the Foo Fighters have been doing a lot of action lately.
Right.
I know Dave Grohl just did a walk-on with the Stones in Los Angeles and sang
Very cool.
Bitch. It was very cool. But check this cover out of Fortunate Son. This is John Fogerty with the Foo Fighters. This kicks a little ass.
And when the band plays Hail to the team, oh, that perfect and an attitude. It ain't me, I'm no senator's son, no.
I'm still waiting for the Foo Fighters to make a misstep somewhere. That's a great band.
Well, Dave Grohl is just such a wonderful human being. I mean, just a great personality. He's fun to watch. He was featured also on this ceremony. What is sad to me, maybe because I'm getting long in the tooth myself, but it is very sad to watch some of these artists, even Ann Wilson with Heart, when
Yes.
you see the instruments start to go lower with the register.
Yeah, it
because
is.
one of the things about a nice young voice is that you can reach for the stars and you can hit those notes. Even John Fogerty, who's out there screaming it, you can see this, and I think that it kind of bums me out when I see Carole King, for example, who will do her her songs in a lower register. So
I feel the earth move under my feet. But you know what? I will hand it to Hart, even though they did bend their note a little bit. They still
walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht.
Hey, Carol.
Yeah.
How about a few bars of Jazzman?
Jazzman, oh Jazzman, I feel the earth move under my feet, or your feet. Oh, S. I forgot the lyrics. King out.
Thank you. That's Carole King, everybody.
Nice.
Love that.
Thank you.
We've already talked about the horrible devastation in Moore, Oklahoma, but there's one moment I want to play because this is actually a trace of happiness, and this really hit me yesterday. This lady is named Barbara Garcia. She was being interviewed on CBS,
right,
and she was talking about that she was thanking God that her life was spared, but she's sad that she lost her dog.
Oh, boy.
And check out what happens live on CBS television.
Oh,
yesterday.
wow.
I was sitting on the stool holding my dog. This was the game plan all through the years, to go in that little bathroom. When it stopped, and I hollered for my little dog, and he didn't answer.
The dog. Hi, puppy. The dog.
Oh, help me.
Help Megan.
Oh,
She found her dog.
Oh. Well, I thought God just answered one prayer to let me be okay. He answered both of them.
Oh, wow.
Pretty
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Oh, right on live TV?
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
that's
cool.
fantastic. Good
So
for
there
them
was
to
a
do
lot
that.
of devastation yesterday, but there's a glimmer of something.
Those people, I am really affected by this. It's looking at the area. It's amazing to be affected emotionally by an aerial shot when you see the children on the ground and the people that are running to each other and hugging. It sucks. It's terrible.
It's also amazing that you didn't see Lowell Meltzer right to the right of the camera as he let the little puppy
Well, he
out.
got hit by siding.
Yeah, we should send Lowell to the next F5.
Yeah, with goggles.
Yeah. F5, I don't want to. I told you I'd only go to an F3.
Oklahoma.
No way.
Long trip.
Come on now.
We've done this in the past where we've slowed down a baby's laugh. And it sounds really weird. Mm-hmm. I have to thank a guy I went to high school with. I've talked to maybe 10 times since graduation.
Okay.
Dylan Henry sent me this.
Dylan Henry.
Isn't that a great name?
Hello, my name is Dylan Henry. I am Dylan Henry of Spiewak.
I want you to see if you can pick out what song this is. This has got a really lush, almost like the kind of sound I'd want to hear when I go into heaven.
Okay.
See if you can pick out what song this is slowed down 800%. Doesn't it sound like Another World?
Pop song?
No. TV theme.
MASH.
Not MASH.
Rockford Files?
Nope.
Hold on, give me some more time.
But doesn't it sound heavenly?
Yeah. Highway to Heaven.
Not Highway to Heaven.
Old TV or new TV?
Current TV. And yet old TV as well.
Hawaii Five-0.
Not Hawaii Five-0.
Damn it!
I'm out.
Let's go to the tape. It's The Price is Right slowed down 800%, and
Oh
it sounds
my
like
God.
you're walking into the pearly gates.
Wow. That is
I
good.
listened to that about 10 times this morning.
I like
and
that.
now let's close, Mike, with a little Brady Bunch news.
Okay.
After 40 years, Greg, Peter, and I believe it was Cindy Brady went to Kings Island.
Oh, thank God.
It's for the 40th anniversary of them losing the architectural plans and replacing it with the Yogi Bear poster.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it was really a tremendous day for the whole area of Cincinnati.
They showed up there, right?
They showed up. They rode the roller coaster, and Greg Brady performed.
Alice is dead, right?
Yes, she. No, I don't think she is.
Is Ann B. Davis dead?
I think Ann B. Davis might be alive. But anyway, here's Conan on the Brady reunion, Mike.
There was a mini reunion of the Brady Bunch cast over the weekend, and Barry Williams, who played Greg Brady, sang The Real Slim Shady. Yeah, you can read all about it by Googling the word sad.
And that, Mike, is your magic audio vault.
Thank you very much. Oh, I got to do this first.
Oh, thank you.
Now I got to.
And she is alive, 87 years old.
God
still
bless her.
Box.
That's it. Absolutely. Hey, we're running out of time. I want to thank everybody for listening today. Our show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Graduation Day Gift Headquarters. Don't forget about it. Save money every day. Support the show. The Amazon page at Mike O'Mara Show. You can bookmark it, and it really is the number one way to support this show. If you go to Amazon, click on our new server, Ponyboy,
Yay!
Mark Ronick, Oscar Santana.
Yeah.
Thank you for working really through the night to get this server problem fixed. Is it really fixed?
Yeah.
I would say it's 92%.
That's what you said yesterday.
It's great, Mike.
That's good. Nice to hear. Good. I'm filled with confidence. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Watch out.
Now that the show's over, don't forget to sign up for your free trial of Hulu Plus and start watching your favorite hit shows right now. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the Hulu Plus banner for your extended free trial, or go to HuluPlus.com/Mike. Again, click the Hulu Plus banner on MikeO'MaraShow.com or go to HuluPlus.com/Mike.